All right, peace, man. This is part two on this interracial madness series. I want to bring up now the after covering us being on minority status and and being the people that's in the time of need right now. I also want to back that up also with the ethnic preservation point of view. Now and this is addressing the Negroes that would say, well, it's 2011 and or stand within your own group is from the old world or from the from some ancient time, something like that, or we're all just one human race, or we're all just one people. Man, stop. Negro, please, man. I mean, what you have to understand for one is that you can't even make the claim that all white people are the same, all black people are the same, also, all brown nations are the same. You can't make that claim, man. The American white man and the German white man are two different groups. The Spanish white man and the American white man are two different groups. It's not the same people. The American white man is not the same white man that's in Ireland somewhere, in Russia. These are two different peoples, man. You can't say that the American black man is the same black man that's in Nigeria. It's two different peoples. The American black man is a different black man that's in South Africa or in Jamaica. The Brazilian black man is a different black man than the black man in Haiti, man. It's two different groups as far as how they define themselves. You feel me? It's like how it's like I mean, I feel like this. All people have a right to survive. The American white man and the Mexican man and the Filipino man and the Indian man and woman in their nations, they all have a right to survive. They all have a right to govern themselves and live on this earth the way they see fit. And I feel like the black man, he and woman of America, they had a right to survive and continue on and govern ourselves to what the way we see fit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all these different people have their own unique experiences and their own cultures, and I feel like, you know, we had a right to survive. You know what I'm saying? And also, I mean, before, because I know some Negroes will say, well, you know, nobody's racially pure. You know, nobody's uh of pure anything or full blood anything. Well, but again, that's an unstudied thing, just for the simple fact that that's never how you've defined people. You never define people by their racial admixture. I mean, if you go amongst the different nations in North Africa, in Asia, the Americas, uh, East Africa, wherever, you know what I'm saying? Wherever nations you go, wherever nations within Africa and Asia and the Americas you go into, it's many people of different racial and ethnic backgrounds, but that's never how you define people. You define people by land, language, and culture. You're not gonna go to the Arab and say, well, Arab, you 30% white. I mean, all this madness. You define them by a language. You define them by their country of origin. So I don't even want to hear that weak argument. What I'm attempting to say is that, you know what I'm saying? Black America has things that it has created. I mean, you talking about, up there with, well, really more things than the Japanese and up there with the Germans, innovative people, the arts, the movements, the great master teachers. That's not gonna be able to survive with wholesale mixing of your seed. I'm sorry. It does not work like that, man. You can't, once, you gotta look at people that have once been here and have, wholesale mixed their seed are no longer here. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that you just cannot have you can't have a Chinese man and or a Chinese family. He and the Chinese man don't have a Chinese woman. That's I mean that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas out here just pushing that agenda. Like you know what I'm saying? Like like somehow um Black America has just lost all, all its worth and that, that I mean you can't I mean, and then you got other nations also, that's trying to survive. You got the Australian Aborigines, the Palestinians, the Kurds, the Inuit, the Twa, the Darfurians, other many groups, man, that's trying to survive. Samaritans, when I mean not nations, but I'm just saying they might be Native Americans. They might be the indigenous people. They might just be groups that's been pushed in the remnants or pushed in the corners of whatever nation they might be in. Like I said, for instance, the Australian Aborigine, he's a great example of a people that's trying to survive. This been pushed into remnants of the land that they once held dominion over as a people, and they not sitting up there talking about no wholesale mixing of their seed and all that, all that madness, because it's crazy. We trying to preserve our culture and we trying to leave a legacy, and we still want our culture to have, our children to have their own identity, because without a cultural identity, they gonna be lost. I mean, you could go on and research them and see what they saying. And not, we the only people, we seem like we not trying to survive. We not trying to be progressive or, really even stand as a free people anymore or conduct ourselves as a free people. I mean, it's crazy right now, man. The mindset that you seeing, amongst people in my generation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these niggas have just took it to an all-time new low, man. For real. So, I mean, if somebody can just give me some feedback on that and help me to understand why, us as a people having an experience that's unique to us, just like anybody else, should not preserve that, or let it survive. Why are we not into this self-preservation thing?